This store just won Convenience Retailer of the Year. It is also charging you up to 30% more for the same products. And under UK law, it does not even have to show you the unit price. In this case file, I am going to show you three things. First, the exact prices of 10 everyday products at SPAR, Co-op and Tesco Express compared to Aldi, and the total difference will shock you. Second, the legal loophole in the price marking order that lets convenience stores hide their unit prices from you, and why the government chose not to close it. And third, the 5-minute weekly switch that could save your household over £1,000 a year. This is Economical Case Files number 4. The convenience store goldmine, a £54.6 billion industry that nearly every UK household uses, but almost nobody investigates. Let us start with the good news. On the 12th of March 2026, SPAR Malone Road in County Antrim was crowned Convenience Retailer of the Year at the Convenience Awards in Liverpool. The judges, powered by Lumina Intelligence and The Grocer, praised the store for its outstanding community outreach, its in-store butchery and bakery, and a 14% like-for-like sales increase following a £1.2 million refit. The store serves over 17,000 customers per week. SPAR itself was named Britain's favourite convenience symbol group for the second time. By every measure, this is a success story. But here is the question that award does not answer. If SPAR is the best convenience store in Britain, what are you actually paying for that convenience? I checked. Using March 2026 prices from trolley.qsir and my own fieldwork, I compared 10 everyday products across 4 store types: a 2-pint bottle of semi-skimmed milk, a 400-gram tin of Heinz baked beans, a standard white sliced loaf, Lurpak butter 250 grams, PG Tips 80 tea bags, Warburton's Crumpets 6-pack, Cathedral City Cheddar 350 grams, Heinz tomato ketchup 460 grams, Fairy Original Washing Up Liquid 383 milliliters, and Ondrex toilet roll, a 4-pack. At Aldi, that basket cost £32.14. At Tesco Extra with a club card, it came to £35.61. At Tesco Express, it jumped to £41.09. At SPAR, it was £43.27. At Co-op, it hit £42.81. Londis was even higher on 3 of the 10 products. That is an £11.13 difference between Aldi and SPAR on just 10 items. If you do a top-up shop like this twice a week, that is £22.26 extra. Over a year, that is £1,157. That is a family holiday. That is 2 months of council tax. That is real money disappearing into what I call the convenience trap multiplier. Now, here is the part that made me angry. When you walk into a Tesco Extra or a Sainsbury's Superstore, every product on the shelf has a unit price. That is the price per kilogram, or per litre, or per 100 grams. It is the single most powerful tool a shopper has to compare value. The Price Marking Order 2004, as amended by the PMO 2024 and the PMO 2025, which takes effect on the 6th of April 2026, requires retailers to display unit pricing alongside the selling price. The Competition and Markets Authority reviewed unit pricing practices in July 2023 and recommended improvements. The Department for Business and Trade published updated government guidance in September 2025. But here is the catch. Article 5 of the Price Marking Order contains an exemption. Any store with a relevant floor area of 280 square meters or less is not required to display the unit price. That is most SPAR stores. That is most Co-op convenience stores. That is every Tesco Express, every Sainsbury's Local, every Londis, every One Stop, the biggest national chains in the country operating thousands of stores, legally exempt from showing you the unit price, which the UK's largest consumer organisation specifically recommended that this exemption should be removed for stores belonging to national chains. Their argument was clear. These are not independent corner shops without the infrastructure to calculate unit prices. These are centrally managed operations with electronic point-of-sale systems, digital shelf labels, and head offices that could implement unit pricing overnight. The Department for Business and Trade did not adopt this recommendation. The exemption survives. I call this the transparency gap, and it is the reason you cannot see what your convenience store is really charging you per kilogram, per liter, per unit. Here is my question for you. Do you think convenience stores should be forced to display unit prices, even if they are under 280 square meters? Or is the convenience premium just the price you pay for a shop 5 minutes from your house? Drop your answer below. Now, in fairness, convenience stores do face genuinely higher costs. The British Retail Consortium points out that average supermarket operating margins are just 1.8%. Smaller stores pay higher rents per square foot, receive smaller and more frequent deliveries, and carry higher staff-to-revenue ratios. SPAR Malone Road itself created 5 new jobs after its refit and runs a post office, community events, and local sourcing partnerships. According to the BRC, the retail sector absorbed over £5 billion in additional costs from national insurance and wage rises in April 2025 alone. Convenience stores, which already operate on tight margins, felt that disproportionately. All of that is true, but none of it explains why you cannot see the unit price. Transparency does not cost extra. It is a label on a shelf. And if Tesco can display the unit price at Tesco Extra, it can display the unit price at Tesco Express. The technology is identical. The electronic shelf labeling systems are the same. The head office teams that set the prices are the same. The only difference is that the law does not require it. So here is what you can do right now. 3 strategies, 5 minutes each. Strategy 1, open trolley.cock on your phone. It tracks over 130,000 products across 11 UK supermarkets. Search for the 5 products you buy most often at your convenience store and compare prices. You will see the gap instantly. Strategy 2, place 1 online order per week from Aldi or Lidl for the staples you currently buy at your local shop. Milk, bread, beans, butter, tea. Even after a delivery fee, you will save between £15 and £25 per week, compared to convenience store prices. Strategy 3. Keep a receipt from your next convenience store shop, then buy the same items at a full-size supermarket. Compare the totals. That receipt is your evidence. If the gap is more than 20%, you are inside the convenience trap. And now you know how to get out. One more thing. If your local convenience store does display unit pricing voluntarily, that is worth rewarding. Some stores do it because they know it builds trust. Check the shelf edge labels next time you visit. If the unit price is there, that store is going beyond what the law requires. If it is not there, you now understand exactly why. The price marking order amendments take effect on the 6th of April 2026. Some product categories, including cereals, pasta, dried fruits, detergents, and cosmetics, will now require standardized unit pricing in metric measurements, but the 280 square meter small shop exemption stays. Trading standards, through the Chartered Trading Standards Institute, have criminal enforcement powers with unlimited fines for PMO violations, but if the exemption means there is no obligation, there is nothing to enforce. In the next case file, I am investigating the loyalty card pricing illusion at Tesco, Sainsbury's, and Co-op. The Competition and Markets Authority says 92% of loyalty pricing deals are genuine savings. That means 8% are not. And on a range of 50,000 products, 8% is 4,000 products with potentially inflated non-loyalty prices. Subscribe so you do not miss it. So here is where we are. The UK convenience sector is worth £54 billion. It just celebrated its best stores at an awards ceremony in Liverpool. And the law still says that if your local SPAR, Co-op, or Tesco Express is under 280 square meters, they do not have to show you the unit price. The price marking order changes on the 6th of April. But the transparency gap stays wide open. This case file stays open. I am Jude, and this is Economical Case Files.